Yeah, I think so.
My rap this morning, I
Well,
think
one of my
like 5
books,
minutes on.
I wrote in the different
This
shit.
morning, it's like,
My late 60s.
yesterday,
Better.
because I just
You know what I
saw
mean?
conventions.
I actually wrote that, and I did some research, and it said,
I mean, I just feel like the energy is flowing right there.
yeah. And it doesn't decline so much. So, that's exactly.
You know, it's all straight jobs.
We were talking this. What's the lineup? What's the, like, Maya for it, yes, even though it's been out.
Good morning, everyone. Just so you know, I'm going to finish at 12:30 today because I have some other things to do, so we'll get moving along. I want to know, has anybody had any issues or questions or things you want to think about, things you want to ask about, or any of that stuff? Yeah? No?
We go once we practice.
Well, once we get into it, you'll say, oh yeah, that one, good. And some of you were speaking about enjoying the article about how,
Oh, gosh, I mean, I've read it all the way through.
yeah.
Made me feel like, oh, yay.
Yeah.
I love the one about, older you get, maybe it's, and then they get a like, compassion.
Yeah, and in your late 40s, that means, and I was telling people so that in one of my books I wrote that around in my late 60s, I started to feel like I was improving in certain things. You know, I was like, I think you may have heard this from speaking with Penny. It's like, I feel like my memory's getting better, and I feel like, is that possible? You know, because I just could tell it, you know, your own brain. You know? It was just, I didn't remember this well before, and I didn't, you know, and I thought, well, so that can't be right. But then I started doing some research and found out that about crystal intelligence and scaffolding and all these other things that actually improve as you age. And even in your late 60s and 70s, if you continually do new things like you guys are doing, and continually try new things, it doesn't really decline that part. The mental speed is what slows down. But I think that's absolutely right. Well, I think that's absolutely right. My siblings are complaining as they're all, I'm the oldest, and they've all been retiring over the past few years and saying, oh, this is bad. Because they said, you made a plan. You had a plan for what you were going to do after you retired. And they kind of didn't. And so they were all looking for new things. And one of my sisters went back to work.
Oh.
You know, I mean, she just said, I can't just sit around and do nothing. And that's, so anyway.
Things to do.
Find things to do. Yeah, exactly. That's what, well, for me it was easy because of this. You know.
Twice. You get a tip line.
What, she went back to work twice?
Yeah.
Yeah, find things to do. Yeah, work.
Yeah, not nursing, just diabetes.
Yeah, that's something.
It's something.
Yeah, you know, just to, you know, keep, and the big thing is finding new things that you don't know and not being afraid to try. They don't even have to be big. Just something that, oh, I've never seen this before. I've never heard of this before. And just the process, or as you do Tai Chi, instead of like, I feel like some of the senior classes, and I'm really working hard not to do this in this class. Some of the senior classes assume that seniors can't learn. You know what I'm saying? So they just say, oh, you know, a little bit of this and a little bit of that, and they don't really push to make you do the details and to make you remember and to, you know what I'm saying? And some of them don't even teach the whole form, like well, seniors can't learn the whole thing. Or, you know,
They might fall.
well, I think people just think that seniors can't learn anything. That's what I think. You know, I think, you know, so they don't try. And the other thing is, I don't think, so for example, we focus on pundit and reading and this, and I keep going, okay, no, your foot right there. No, it's that. No, it's that. To me, I'm a senior. You know what I'm saying? I would be like, oh no, if you're treating me like that, we need to have a conversation. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to at all limit what I think you guys are capable of. You know, I think you can learn the whole thing the right way and really do it the right way. Maybe someday share it with some others. And if you do, share it with them. Let's give them a sneeze. Excuse me. I have wood dust. It's coming along, isn't it? Yeah. Someday we'll tell you certain problems. But for example, taking on something like that, just where we don't actually know how to do it, you know, we're learning how to do it as we go. But my point is, for this class, to let you know that I am not using that mentality of, oh, well, they're over, you know, whatever. They can't really learn the right way, and they can't really learn the whole thing and all the details. And I'm not even that type of person. Do you know what I mean? But for you, for example, there are all different revelations that you talk about becoming aware of. When you become aware of something about yourself that you didn't know before, that means your brain has changed. That's what that awareness is all about. It means you made new connections between the synapses and the dendrites and the axons. You actually made new connections, and you look up and go, wait, what? And something new is available to you. That's as much of why we're here as any of the rest of it. And I totally believe you can do that till you're 110. I do not accept the idea that there is a limit to how far you can go or how far you can take this. And I do not teach that, right? I don't teach the kids, oh, they're kids, they can't learn all this Japanese thing. You need to go somewhere else. That's not, you know. So, the things like the articles that are coming out and the information that's coming out now confirms kind of what I've been experiencing and kind of what you see. You know, I have friends who are in the arts especially, because people in arts don't quit, they don't stop. You know? And as you get older and you're a choreographer, you're a dancer, you're an artist, you're a musician, you feel like, I think I'm still getting better. You know, I think my ears are still good. I think my sense of the music is, you know, that is known to happen in the arts world. And I believe it's just true humanity, and that's how we teach this class. So, since we're going to leave early, let's go ahead and start. Good, so connect to your posture. Head resting levelly on the neck. Tip of the tongue on the roof of the mouth. And inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2. I got dust in my throat. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 6. Count. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 6. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. And keep going. 5, 8 count. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Triangle. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 1, 2, 3. This is 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. And stay connected to that breath as you inhale. And exhale. Keep it till bring your hands in and try to connect to that energy. As you feel it, almost pressing the palms of your hand. Feel that energy in your hands and rotate up and over the way. And move around that in different directions. Feel that energy as you connect. Good. And try to hold on to it as you heart versus making. Feel it pulling your hands back together as you heart versus making. Stretch out, then feel it pull back together. Heart versus making. And heart versus making. A couple more times. Heart versus making. And heart versus making. Good. Back to your center. Make sure you have your connection. Try to retain it as you brush knee and 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 brush knee. Then back to the center. Allow that energy ball to expand. Keep it pressing against your body. As you prepare to massage your organs with cloud hands. And cloud hands. Cloud hands. Cloud hands. Good, then come back to your center. You can and inhale and rest. Good. And Hold, exhale. Breathe. Hold and again. Breathe. Hold and exhale. Breathe. Good. And rest. Good. Obviously, having coffee today, so I didn't know that I was going to take until I started talking. Oh, good job. Good job. And sweet sideways and back. And big circles. And the other leg. And the other arm. And the other leg. And the other arm. And then circles. And down. Side. Circles. Down. Rotate. Wiggle your fingers. And shake your fingers. And take your chest forward. And back. Forward. 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 And side. 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 And forward. Side. And up. Next. And next. Good. Just bend your knees down. Hold. Hold. And side. 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 And hold. Side. And make a circle. Make a circle. And just finish around the circle. And the other way. Good thing we get out. And next. And ways. Circle out. Circle in. Step out. Then you need hands out. And turn. And the other ways. Good hand on one leg. And circle. And the other leg. Side to side. And the other leg. Circle your knee. And the other way. the other ankle. And the other way. Stretch your toes. Stretch behind. Stretch your toes. And stretch behind. Good. Heel forward, toes up, chin to your ears. Shift your weight forward. And this way. Shift your weight forward. Then shift your weight apart. And over your left side. Over your right side. Swing side to side. Good, and slowly turn around. Take your legs out. Good. And again, what you're going to do is center yourself, soft knees, good posture, and then shift your weight slightly forward, slightly back, slightly forward, slightly back, and find the center where your weight is even on both feet and even from front to back. Find that center. And now that you're there, don't move your feet. Just shift your weight from side to side. Keep your knees bent. And you're trying to go directly sideways without turning. Side to side. Why are we doing this? We're learning to keep our content inside our base. Right? The most basic thing. As you get a little more warmed up, then you can shift a little bit further. A little bit further. And when all of your weight can go on one leg, then you bring your leg in and bring one leg forward. And then you shift forward and back. Again, keeping your center all the time inside of that base. Right? This time you shift back, come all the way back, and you're getting back to the side. Back, side to side. And then go the other way, all the way forward, bring your leg forward, and forward. I'm feeling nice, everybody. Didn't see anybody falling forward, anything. Everybody's getting the idea. And back to your center, and relax. Good. Rest is like a little movement. So all of the movement, this is just me talking so you can rest your legs. All of the movement throughout your form should basically feel like that. Right? I am just shifting from here to here. Right? So I'm here, and I just shift, and then I just shift again from there to there. Then I come back and turn, and I just shift again from there to there. Come back and turn, shift again from there to there. And then I just pull in, and so there's never any wobbliness or waveriness or twists or turns. The goal is for the entire form to feel just like this. I'm completely got it. No matter what move I do, I'm here, there, 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 home or if you move somewhere, you know in your mind, okay, I'm not just doing the moves I learned. There's always a goal. There's always a sense of improvement that I'm going after. And then one day, you'll realize, oh wait, I did all the way up here, and I totally built it. And then I lost it to you. So that's what we work with. Makes sense? Good. Let's go one more time through the form. I'll talk the first part, and then I'll let you go around. Yeah. And find your posture. Relax your mind. Connect to your breath. Tip of the tongue on the roof of the mouth. And salute. Hands down. Inhale, bend your knees, shake your weight to your right. Exhale as you step out and shift your weight. Inhale as you bring your hands up. Exhale as you press down, shift your weight to your right as you inhale. And exhale as you step out and purpose is made. Inhale, rock back, and all of your hands, turn your hips. Exhale as you step out, heart versus made. Inhale, rock back, turn your hips. Bring your head into the wall, step out, heart versus made. Inhale as you bring your foot behind, and exhale as you make the crane. Inhale, step out, brush knee and push. Inhale, fall, shift your weight. Exhale as you step forward, brush knee and push. Inhale as you rock back, and exhale as you step forward. Inhale as you bring your foot behind. Exhale as you lay your tongue. Look back, reach back, look forward, palm up, step back. Right. Inhale, look back, palm forward. Exhale as you switch. Inhale, look back, reach back, look forward, palm up. Exhale as you switch. Inhale, look back, reach back, look forward, palm up. Exhale as you switch. Inhale as you bring your hands into the wall, and exhale as you reach up. Inhale and pull back. And exhale as you push forward. Inhale as you pull back. Exhale as you push forward. Inhale as you cross behind. Exhale as you work off. Inhale, reach up. Inhale, and exhale as you press forward. Inhale, pull back. Exhale, press forward. Inhale as you make the crane, and exhale as you sink. Inhale as you bring your foot and exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And again, single bit. Good. And step up and inhale and exhale as you come forwards. Inhale, shift your weight, circle, and exhale as you move. Inhale as you bring your hands back. Exhale, step forward, punch. Inhale as you shift your weight. And inhale as you make a circle, exhale as you complete. Inhale, look to your right first, then down and exhale. And inhale and exhale. Inhale as you put your foot down. To your left, and exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, as you put your foot down, exhale, as you step forward, maybe do the shuttle, inhale, back, exhale, as you step forward, maybe do the shuttle, inhale, and exhale, inhale, and step forward, and back, exhale, inhale, as you turn, and exhale, exhale. Inhale and step forward, punch, exhale. Inhale, put your hand under and pull back. Exhale as you push forward. Inhale as you turn, make a big circle, and exhale as you press down. And salute, and relax. Okay, I didn't actually intend to talk through the whole thing, but I said so. Is that helpful? Or is it like too much of a distraction?
Very much.
Okay, so that, sorry, go ahead. That gives you the breath for the whole thing, yeah? And of course, you can do it at any pace you want as you go through it. You can go slowly, you can go fast. I was kind of gauging it on the general movement of the thing. I felt like some of you I was kind of forcing to go faster or slower, but anyway, now you're back to the whole thing, right? And I never have to do it again because you know it all by heart, right? Right. Okay. Okay. Questions about places in the form? Go ahead. It doesn't matter.
I don't even know where I get lost. What you're saying is that I did. But then when I'm trying to do it myself, I think I have it. There's just some little steps.
Right. So what I think I see is everyone is pretty clear up to here. Right? A fair statement, right? Up to the start. With the repulse monkey or the silk relay, I think there's a little confusion about when the hands go, when the breathing goes, what the thing of that. They look back, reach back, look for a comment, said they did that. Is that kind of confusing, or is everybody kind of okay with
I
that?
used to step back, and now I know that I don't have to do this. I used to-
Or at the beginning.
At the beginning, before I was trying.
Oh,
Yes,
I
no, I
see.
can step into that.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Now
see.
I know it's this side first.
That's right.
then step. Yes.
That's exactly correct, right? So, you're like this.
Yeah, but I was stepping.
You were stepping before you did the thing.
Yes.
Okay, so that's clear, or helpful, yeah. And the big thing, of course, is how to step without, so some styles have different sort of forms of how they use their foot. Some people really pick that up, right? I don't. I tend to just, all my weight's on this leg, and I just place it on the ball of my foot, and then I roll and rotate my hips, and that turns my foot. So I'm not thinking, step back, turn my foot, at all, yeah? I'm here, center, I try to put my foot right on that center, and just smoothly roll as my hips turn, and that turns my foot. Because my hands are doing this, right? And they're here. And as I step back, my hips roll and push my hands. Yeah? And then I look back and I go the other way. And here I turn, and everything's balanced, right? So all I'm doing is here and rolling my hips, and that pushes the other hand. Yeah? So it's very smooth here, and just roll my hips, and that pushes the other hand, right? And then just roll my hips one more time, and I'm here. And then right from here, I make this ball. Yeah? Then this knee, step forward and rotate my hips to ward off. Yeah?
I messed up on that right there. That in particular stuff. I
Feet towards the ward off.
yes, when we left in this point,
Right.
I just went like this right away. I never took that step.
I see.
I
Okay.
just stepped with my foot.
Right. There is a step because theoretically, I'm right here with my feet in this G stance on this last one. Right? So I would have to step in order to get into the forward stance. That makes sense, everybody? I'm right here. I sit down, make a ball, step over, and then rotate my hips, and now I'm going to look up. Yeah? Question? Right in front of your chest.
Always.
For the ward alcohol, it's right there. There are other things where you might be here, but I don't think they're in this form. In this form, it's always right in front of your chest. Yeah? Question?
Not so far.
Okay.
That's
Mhm.
it's the next one.
Okay. So most people are forgetting that reach up, it is initiated by your hips, right? So every move is initiated by your hips, right? So my hip twitches, it actually goes back this way, right? And that rotates my hand out. And then I rock back. Everybody's doing this pretty well. Push forward, rock back with the toes up, and push forward. Yeah? Make a ball with this hand, the one that's back, under. Bring your foot in, back, rotate, and lift the other way. Yeah?
So you rotate, already bring your hand down.
Oh, I see. No. Okay. Your hands are in the wrong position. So when you just did this and you're like this, before you start, maybe this one's way over here. Should be there, yeah. Before you start to turn, your hands go like this. So you're there, right? You come in, and then you're there, and as you're turning, this hand pulls down, and that one goes up. Right? Like that. Does that make sense? So I'm here, right? I do this first, then in, cross. This hand that's up here just pushes down, and this hand that's up here goes to the very nice. Your waist goes back. Your waist goes back. Sorry. Oh, okay. Well, that makes it more difficult. Yeah. Sometimes that is confusing, right? I think there's a rule that might work with it, which is if I'm this way, whichever way, when I'm about to, which hand goes on the bottom, right? Usually it's the one where the legs are out. Not every time, but usually. That's the hand that goes on the bottom. That leg is, that's right. If you were going to turn and cross behind us, yes, it would be that. That's right. Okay? So, yeah, that's right. Yeah, that was totally right. So the reason for that is because this leg's in the back. In most of the things that you do, when you step forward and do something, the same hand as leg as it goes to the front, right? So if I'm going from here, like I'm like this, right? This is the first one, this is the easiest one. I'm going to take this leg forward, and when I finish, this hand is going to be up like this. So naturally that hand will be on the bottom, right? Was that clear? This leg's in the back, so this hand's in the back. I step forward, and they switch places. Right, so you're doing, yes, that's right. Good, now you do that other leg is in the back, so that hand goes back like that. Does that make sense? Yeah, good rule. Okay, even when you do this, so you go like this and here, right? Now this hand is up. But when on this one, this is the one where it's a little more difficult. You don't really make the ball here, but this hand that's up here is the one that's going to do that. Does that make sense? So you just did brushing and push the first time, right after this. Now behind this, everybody can see, right? So let's basically make it a circle like this. So you're right here, right? And you go 1, 2, step forward, right? Now, this is the one time where if you decide to make a ball, and not everybody does it in brushing and push, it would be the other hand. But I recommend don't make a ball, right? Go back and take that hand that's up and brush knee and push. See? Because the hand that's behind is the one that's going to brush knee next. So you're here and you go like that. Right. Right? And all this energy's right in the middle of it. Yeah, I'm getting it. brush, knee, and push, you don't have to break the rule. And that way you don't get confused. Rather than say, in this one, you do it the opposite. Let's not even do that. Yeah, that makes sense, everybody? Because some styles, when they do brush, knee, and push, they just go like this. And like that. They don't do this. Brush, knee, and push, then make the ball, and then brush, knee, and push. Because that's confusing. Right? Does that make sense?
Yeah, well, that's why.
Oh, and when you are like this super energy person. So you can do that as long as it doesn't confuse you. It is not against the rule, right? I'm just trying to not be confusing by making one simple rule and sticking to it, right? If you like doing this here, and then you want to go like this, right? And then go like that, and then you want to go like this, and then go like that, you can do that. But in that case, the hand you make the ball with will be the leg that's in the mouth. So it will break the rule I just gave you. But
With the brush, knee, push, we're doing this before we even step. The whole brush.
yeah, so that is,
I keep getting.
yeah, you're on the, you're on the alpha, right? Yeah. So,
I know
okay.
you gave us a thing to do, but
Yeah, this is one of those things where in movement world, in order to get where you want, you need to do this extra thing. So they put the extra thing in, and then they say what that really means is, but it doesn't. It's just a convenient way to get to what they want you to do. So you're here like this, right? What's going to happen is this leg is going to go forward, and you need to brush with this hand, right? But you're already up here, and so it's weird, right? So they say circle, then brush and step with that same leg that's there.
so when we
That.
out like this.
Right now, before you step, you shouldn't even be stepping in. You're back on this foot. Or your weight's back on that foot.
Yes.
Right? And you're like this. Right? Yes. Okay. Now, don't move.
Okay.
Just circle this hand. That's just to get this hand in position.
Okay.
That's its only purpose, right? So you go 1, then step. Boom, boom. Now you're back in the rhythm of where you need to be. Step. Go.
You go way out and stuff.
Yes. Right?
Not forward, but actually, well,
Forward and to the side.
okay.
Yes, because it's a forward stance, and a forward stance is always like that, except in one time. There is only one place in the form where your forward stance is not like this, and that's on the very first single whip. Right? So back to, so you're that, and you circle, and then you circle, and then step, and hit, push, that's it.
So already step before I'm finished with this?
Yes, because you're stepping when you finish with this. Okay, so that's let's get clear about that. On brush, knee, and push, remember I told you, it's leg, hand, hand, right? So when you're here, you're gonna brush knee, I go leg, hand, hand, right? Then I rock back, turn, I go leg, hand, hand, right? Then I rock back, I turn, I go leg, hand, hand. Like that. Right.
Something for him.
I almost certainly did something. I probably was doing all kinds of juicy questions. I'm not sure what I did, so I can't 100% answer. So I go 1, 2, there, and there. Is this what we're
It
seeing?
looked like you did that stuff. but you
Oh,
didn't.
no.
Pass it.
So she does that. I might have done that to be sure it's clear. Everything is, the hips are rotating, right? So when I go from here, working on this way, and I do this and I do this, my hips are this way, right? When I finish the step, my hips start turning, and that drives this, and then they continue turning, and that drives that, right? So I go here, my hips start to turn, and that drives this rush knee, and then they keep turning and drives it. So it doesn't go stop, stop. My hips are making a circle. This is a yin-yang circle, and it's continuous. So it goes here, rotate, 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 and then it continues to rotate, and here, rotate, rotate. Yeah? Yeah, so you're going hand, leg, leg. Does that make sense? So you're here, and then watch. You're going like this, and now your hands are already there, and you haven't stepped yet. Boom. And that's what you're doing. Now your hands are already here, and you haven't stepped yet. That's what you did on all of those. Right? Remember, wherever I am, my leg goes first. Ashi, te, right? Here. Leg, hand, right? And leg, hand. Yeah? Circle one first. Now circle the other. Now put your leg out there. 1, 2, 3. Now rock back. And turn your hips. Now step first. You already want to move that hand. Okay. Step first. Leg, hand. Now rock back. Good. Now step. Step, leg, hand. And then you're done. Right? Make sense? For everybody on that? And then you're here. At that point. Right? And then as you said, you leave it there on the first one. That's correct. Right? And then you're here. Right? And then you do this whole thing, and then you do this whole thing. And then you're at the place that you have control. Just getting from here to the single width, no, really from the single width into the five hands, right? So you're here, and your way of doing it, you can do it that way. That's the real way. But for everybody else, you go this hand first, right? And then here, like this. And you see how my feet are in there. Everybody's got that right. This is good. Now, from here, you shift your weight, and this hand comes over. And then you do the first power hand, or rocking. And then you do the second hand, pulling your hand in. Leg in. Right? Right? So, I'm here. Right? And then I turn, my weight shifts all the way over there. Right, and then you shift back, and that's the first target. Then you breathe right in, and your other hand targets. Then you sit out, and cloud hands. Step in, cloud hands. Out, cloud hands. In, cloud hands. Second single leg. Your weight's on the front leg. It should be on the front leg. Like that. Right? Let's do that again. Yeah? In case that's confusing to anyone, right? You're in your first single width. Your weight is on your front leg. If your weight is on your back leg, then it will confuse you when you do this because you can't get where you need to be. Yeah? Weight's like this. You shift your weight and bring this hand across your body. And then you just shift your weight back and there. Step in and do the other hand. Then step out. This is 2. In. This is 3. Out. In. And single width. Yeah?
So I should, you step out farther, they're not in line.
That is correct, they're not in line. Yeah? And then from there, you bring your hands, your right leg behind you to the high paddle pose, which is there. Yeah? Question?
When I was dance, you just bring your foot in.
Just like that. Right? And then we do our magic weight shift. Right? Yeah. And then and circle and bring your knee up. And kick out. And then bring your hands and knee back. And forward. And everybody relax a second. So let's talk about one thing you did that I've seen others do, so I'll just pick on you, right? When you are here, right? So you just kicked and you do this. What you just did, and others do, is you know that you're about to go forward, right? So you kick like this, and then you come back and I'm getting ready to go. Like that. Yeah, exactly, right? So you're obviously going through it, right? So you're here, and you just come right back to a stable position, right? And then you sit down, stand your leg, step forward, and in. Yeah? Everybody with me? Shift all your weight onto the other leg. Some people are not doing that. Turn your foot, shift your weight back onto the other leg. Now you're ready to kick. Extend that leg. And then bring it back to snake extend. Good. And up. Put down. Turn. And up. And put down. Good. Let's stop right here. Let's add one complication just to make it more simple, right? So remember the question you asked. Where do you look during sacred sound, right? So there's a general rule that you're following the movement of your hands, right? So you just did this, you're here, you kind of look at this hand, then you look at this hand, but don't look down, and kind of look that way. Then you go up, go around, you look at this hand as you go to the screen, then look that way, and then go down and around and then up. Okay, so I wrote that down so it's in your email, right? So I sent an email with that image. If you don't remember that, I won't be mad. I will just gradually mention it again and then gradually mention it again. Because the most important thing, of course, is that you get from here to there, right? And if you don't look, that just complicates things too much. Because sometimes when you're like balanced, if you turn your head, it throws you off balance, right? So I do know that that's a sort of a normal thing. That's why in martial arts they make you practice doing this and this and this, and then you have to do this and that and that, and then you have to do this and that. You see what I'm saying? Because everybody gets their own thing. You're like this, and you turn your head and you lose your balance, right? So you turn your head and you lose your balance. So they just make you do it. And that way.
So you're keeping your eyes on that hand?
You're not keeping your eyes on the hand, your eyes are, where you look is kind of following your hands.
Okay.
So the first hand that moves is this, so you look at it. Then you look this way, but then you don't look down, you kind of look forward. You kind of follow this hand down a little bit, but really the move is forward. So you don't look like that. Right? Yeah. Does that make sense?
And all the single words that we do.
No, this is sacred sound.
Yeah, but when you, every time you do a single word.
So if you're, that's a really good question. So if I'm like this, the way that we do single whip is different. The way that I have you doing it, you're already like this. But really what you're actually supposed to be doing is that. So you're not following your hand because this hand is doing the whole thing. Right? You're following your lead hand, yes. Right? Because it's just a complicated move that is not necessary to perform. And I found over the years it's really hard to teach. So So if you got Jesus watching on a video, she's her. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? So just like you have all this, everybody has stuff that they can do. So I'm a totally believer in that. It shows this, one of the things that happens a lot is you get the job, right? You did the audition, you get the job, you get to the place, and the director wants to know, like, okay, what kind of cool things do you have? What kind of moves do you have? Which way do you turn? Which can you jump? Can you, and then they put that in chart. You know what I'm saying? Because you can do that. And the understudy kind of has to try to learn that thing that you did. But everybody has stuff. And so do your stuff. It's all good. Yeah. Other questions? Let's try to get through it one more time and then we'll be done. Okay? You can talk. You just reminded me of another show. I had a talk choir, and they were supposed to do this performance. We did the thing. It's okay, you guys are good. They said, you're going to conduct this, right? Because I wasn't planning on it. They were like, no, you're good. All right. Find your posture forward and back, making sure your feet are centered. Connect to your breath, calm your mind. Take the time to move through the mouth. And salute. Hands down. Inhale, drop your weights and drop your right leg. Exhale, and step out. Inhale, bring your hands up. Exhale, press down. Inhale, shift to the right, pick the ball. And exhale as you step out. Inhale, and you drop back like the ball. And exhale, and you step forward and pray for sustain. Inhale, as you step back. Exhale, take the ball. Step forward. Pray for sustain. Inhale as you step behind. Exhale as great stretches. Inhale, circle, circle. Exhale as you step out, brush knee and push. Inhale, rock back. And exhale as you step in and good. Inhale as you rock back. Exhale as you leg and inhale, leg behind and leg up. Inhale, look back, reach back. Exhale as you shift. Inhale, look back, reach back, look forward, palm up. Exhale as you shift. Inhale, look back, reach back, look forward, palm up. Exhale as you shift. Inhale, look back, reach back, look forward, palm up. Exhale as you shift. Inhale, and take the ball and forward on the left. Inhale, reach up. And exhale as you press. Rock back, inhale, and exhale as you push. Inhale, lift the ball, got it right Andrew. Exhale as you ward off. And inhale, reach up. Exhale, press. Inhale, rock back. Exhale, push. Inhale, make a crane. Follow your lead in and exhale. Inhale as you shift. And exhale, hands. Inhale, hands. Exhale, hands. Inhale, hands. One more. Exhale, hands. Inhale, hands. And exhale, single grip. Inhale, step behind. Exhale, like downwards. Inhale, shift your weight. Circle and exhale, kick out. Inhale, bring your hands back. Exhale, step forward and double punch. Inhale, shift your weight. And exhale, shift your weight. Inhale, circle. Exhale, kick out. Follow your hands. Inhale, then exhale. Inhale and exhale as you bring the knee up. Put down, inhale, and hold your hands. Exhale. Inhale as you bring the leg up. Exhale, hold. Inhale, put down. Exhale, step forward. The leg needs to shut. Inhale, rock back. Exhale, step forward. The leg needs to show. Inhale, put behind. Exhale, bring the See, inhale and exhale. Inhale as you change your weight. Exhale as you double strike. Inhale and step forward. Punch. And exhale as you punch. Inhale and exhale as you press forward. Big, slow inhale. And exhale as you press and feet together and scoot. Hold. Very good, guys. All right. It is coming together.
Starting to put on.
It is, isn't it? Yeah,
Slowly coming together.
Is this it?
step by step.
One more point.
You're very welcome.
You know what, I see it.
That's it. I know.
Well, thank you very much.
You're very welcome, sir.
Ladies,
Bye.